Hey everybody, welcome to our sneak peek. So I am super excited to be the person to help kick this week off for our group of coaches. We are a small group of many coaches who are hosting this 3-day info session for you guys. So we're going to share a little bit about our own stories, how we got started, and where we are now with our coaching business, and provide you with whatever information you need to either decide that this is for you or it's not for you, because it's not for everybody. But for the people that this speaks to, for the people that this is for, like us, it's everything. It's such an opportunity to be the person that you want to be, to change your life, to change your perspective. And I know that that sounds super dramatic, but I have to say, 2 years in, that's exactly how I feel about this opportunity. For whatever you're coming into it for and whatever you take away from it, it will change you if you let it. So that being said, I'm going to get into this for you guys. So my story, a little bit about me and who I am. So my name is Amy Rosenbrock. I am a one-star diamond coach in this business. And I have been coaching for 2 years. I started when my daughter was 8 months old, 9 months old, and now I'm 38 weeks pregnant. And I am continuing to do this because it has just improved my quality of life so much and the quality of life of my family so much. So I will continue to do this. But where was I when I started? Mentally, I was drained. I'm a full-time teacher. I commute over an hour to and from work every day. I had a new child, less than a year old, first-time mom. I was overwhelmed, and it was a busy time for us. A happy time, but busy. You definitely get the mom fog of just that work, home life, mom, touched out, kind of thing going on. And I was not happy in my own skin. I was not losing the baby weight that everybody said you'd lose from nursing and doing these other things. And I've never been somebody who lost weight easily. So I was nervous about that. I was frustrated. I was just kind of needed something. I needed a change. I needed an opportunity to get outside of that, mom work hustle and have something that was mine, just mine. That was, just a little bit more touching into that person that I was before I had kids. And so I stumbled upon my coach and our team leader, and she was working out with her daughter. Her daughter was about the same age as my daughter. She was also a teacher. And I just watched her. I watched her for like 4 or 5 months before I actually signed up. And that's probably my biggest regret, is that I waited those 4 or 5 months to do this, because I sat and I had all the same fears that we're going to address in this group that you probably have. That fear of, is it a scam? Is it real? Is it going to work? Can I do this? Will people trust me? All of those things. I had all of those same fears. And that's my big regret, is that I waited those extra 4 or 5 months, because I can't think of where I would be now. If I had that different start, if maybe I had taken advantage of this when I was still on maternity leave, or while I was in the summer, or before I felt overwhelmed. So so that's my advice to you, is that by the end of this group, make a decision one way or the other, if this is for you or not for you, because that's what most coaches say, is they waited too long. They overthought and they waited too long. So I ended up pulling the trigger in February of 2017. And again, it was a bad time for us. We had hospital bills that were unexpected from Morgan's birth. We were paycheck to paycheck and sometimes not even making it there. Daycare is really expensive where we live, and diapers and wipes and all of that is a lot. And so we didn't have the money to start, but I knew after months of thinking about this, that I needed to do this. I just could not get it out of my head. It was something I just kept seeing on my news feed. I kept wondering, what if this could be it for me? What if I could feel better? What if I could actually earn an income with this? And worst case scenario, I'll lose weight and I'll feel better. So I did my typical pros and cons list that I tend to do, and there was really not really any cons. There really wasn't. So I kind of scrounged together the money, because if you want something, you tend to find the money for it. Even if you say you have no money, you tend to find the money for it. And the fact is that this is way cheaper than I was paying for a gym membership before Morgan. And so to justify a year's worth of workouts and life-changing possibility for $160 was kind of a no-brainer. And to start your business and now to have turned that into extra income for my family that is pretty life-changing was absolutely worth scrounging together $160. So something to think about. So I hit the ground running. I knew I needed to make this business work. I went into it with a business state of mind. I did not say to myself, oh, I'm going to wait to post my transformation until I have some results. I'm going to wait to see what happens. I knew that I needed to get that first month paid back. I needed that investment back. So I knew exactly what to do from talking to my coach and doing the training to start. And in that first 2 weeks, I made that $160 back. So it wasn't even like a thing. So I had worried about it for months and months and months, and it wasn't even something that I had to worry about. And my income has just grown and compounded over time, to the point where I have pretty consistent weekly income that helps. And just, kind of random funny story. We've had 2 major bill events come up. Not to mention we were saving for baby number 2 to come, but we also had my dog got sick. And that was an unexpected, like $600 bill. And we had something else happen. I can't remember what it is now, but we had something else happen. Oh, somebody stole our credit card numbers. So that happened, and they drained our entire joint checking account. And I know this is kind of an offshoot, but like this is the stuff that 2 years ago would have crushed us, would have absolutely annihilated us to the point where we probably would have had to borrow money from family. And this time around, yeah, it sucked, but I knew I had this other bank account that had this other income in it. So if we needed to pull from it, which we did for like a week, that we were okay. And that the pride that I felt from that was amazing. So again, I can't stress enough that if you treat this like a business, it will treat you like a business. Okay. So go into it with your whole heart and your whole brain and your whole willingness to actually make this work. Because it will pay you back in dividends mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I signed on. It's 2 years later. My team is growing. My business is growing. My income is growing. And so I can't share this enough with people. So that's why we do these little sneak peeks, why I share so much on my Facebook page, because I don't know why you would just sign up to do the fitness programs when you can have an amazing transformation on and run a business. So I don't know why anyone would just share what they do with their transformations, which are amazing. And these programs work and they're healthy, and I believe in them because I've done every other diet on the planet, and I don't believe in diets anymore. And I don't believe in pills, and I don't believe in wraps, and I don't believe in quick fixes. I believe you have to work for what you get. And this makes it really simple to do that. And as somebody who kind of has become like a real nutrition nerd about this and where your food comes from, this is right up my alley. So that's another thing to think about, is just long-term health and success for your family as well as you, because what you do ripples out. And we know that we can't pour from an empty cup. So you can't keep giving to other people if you're not giving to yourself first. And that's the number one job of a coach, especially on our team, is to give back to yourself every day. Every day you're giving back to yourself by eating well, working out, checking into your community and getting support, and doing your personal development. So as a coach, that's essentially what you're doing. And it just makes you grow so much as a person. So it's really about your evolution. And if you're not happy where you are right now, physically, emotionally, just you feel like crap, or you just need something different, then that it will take you there. It will allow you to evolve into that person. So that's an amazing opportunity. So who are we looking for? Okay. So during this couple days, the people that we're looking for to join us in the end of this are those go-getters. They are the people who see the potential, who feel the potential and the excitement of what is to come, and that are willing to, even if you're nervous, to learn, to be coachable, because you are going to be on a top team in an international company. And so the trainings that we have are amazing and will never leave you wondering what to do. And we have so much support with your personal coach who brought you here, who invited you here, as well as the other network of coaches that we have. It's just the most phenomenal group of women, and you will feel like $1,000,000. You will feel like you have the most potential in the world, because you do. And it will be brought out of you as long as you are willing to work for it. So I hope you're getting the thread that I'm putting here, is that this opportunity is only what you make of it. It is endless in its potential for what you can get out of it, but you have to be putting into it as well, emotionally, putting in your time. It does take a sacrifice. So we'll kind of show you typically what a day of a coach looks like through the next couple days. For me, I am a full-time working person, and I have a toddler, and so I'm busy. So I tend to get up earlier and work for a half hour to an hour before I go to work. And then when Morgan goes to bed, I work from 8 to 9:30 or 10, depending on what we're doing. So I put about 2 to 3 hours in a day. But again, much of that is broken up into pockets of time. And much of those tasks are just on my phone. I do them sitting on the couch. So it's not a hard thing to do, but it does take diligence, and you do have to do it regularly and consistently to build this business. So we're looking for people who are willing to put in that small sacrifice in the beginning to get the payout in the end. It is a business that grows when you do, as you do. So we're looking for people who are willing to grow, who are willing to do the training, to actually just really, set goals for themselves and crush them, and then lean on the team if you need help, because we do work so closely together. So that was really a lifesaver for me in the beginning too, was just kind of meeting this group of women who just work together and just give and give and give to you. And you just don't want to let them down, because they're there for you every time. So that's really who we're looking for. We're halfway through the year. So we're obviously looking for people who want to be healthy, who want to share that with other people. But please understand, all of the training will be provided. You just need to have the will. You need to have the drive, and everything else we will provide for you to be successful in this business. So I'm so glad you came here for this info session. Thank you for being willing to do that. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments of any of the videos. Tag the coach that brought you here, and we will all jump in and help you. You should not leave these 3 days with any confusion. So the other thing, I'm going to wrap it up, because time is precious, and I understand that. So I'm going to wrap this up really quick. If you would like to access a week of free workouts through the programs that we do, as well as a meal plan, check the announcement post that's tagged at the top of the page, and it tells you exactly step by step how to access those free workouts. The format of this week will be, you will have a live video every day going over some essential information for you about what coaching is. You will see posts of other coaches who are in this group with us, their stories and what they've gotten out of coaching. You will get a workout video that we will post, and we will expect you to do that video. We will expect you to do that 10 to 15 minute workout, and post your sweaty selfie. So keep an eye out for that. And pretty much that's it. So it's a pretty easy group to just kind of hang in. If you haven't already, announce yourself in the announcement post, and tag the coach that brought you here, so that we can celebrate that and get to know you a little bit better. So I hope you guys are having a good week, and thank you for kicking this week off with us, and happy Monday.